Hi everyone, in my last video I spoke about creating a multi-tool agent. But before any kind of coding, let's just think about how the architecture of the system would look like. Let's start with an example. Uh, let's say we have to create a shopping assistant agent for an e-commerce company where the users would be writing their queries in natural language, but the agent would have to translate that and get back the exact answers which are grounded in truth. So what kind of queries can the user even have? So what comes to my mind is maybe the user can ask about product features, something like, does this smartphone have a fingerprint sensor, or is this laptop also usable for video meetings, etc. Then the user could inquire about order status, like where the product is stuck. And thirdly, the user could ask about return eligibility. Questions like, is my product eligible for a return now? I bought it 2 weeks back. I don't like it anymore. I really want to send it back. Stuff like that. Maybe there could be more depending on the complexity of the business, of course. But to start with, let's go with these kind of capabilities for the agent. I would create three functions which would become three tools of the agent. One would be getting product features, the other would be getting order status, and the third would be getting the return eligibility. Now, in the product features, the user might not always ask very straightforward questions. For example, in your product description, you might have written that, okay, this laptop has a webcam, but the user is not asking that. The user is asking, is my laptop suitable for video meetings? Then the agent would have to apply its reasoning ability and answer that kind of a question. That, oh, for that we will need to create some examples for the agent. And those are generally called few shot examples, and big companies have to maintain huge repositories of examples, and these keep on evolving as you grow, right? Because then you understand how complex your user queries can get. Coming to the second one, regarding the order statuses, the agent can actually look up an orders database where probably there will be a row item with the order number and the status, like in transit, delivered, or confirmed. But the user would need to convert this into natural language, also a kind of language which maybe that brand follows, and say it in that kind of tonality to the user. So in this case, a Python function would be required for the agent to look up the database, and then using the powers of the LLM, the agent can come up with language which is very specific to the brand. Then thirdly, about the return eligibility. Again, a Python function would be our savior, which can help calculate the difference between purchase date and today's date. And suppose the company policy is that you cannot return something beyond 30 days. Then the agent would have to see if the difference is greater or less than 30 days and answer accordingly. So broadly, there will be an agent, an LLM, and the agent will be equipped with these three tools. And then based on the user query, the agent will have to decide which tool it should be using. So this is the very basic structure. In the next video, we'll get down to coding and see how it looks like. Do follow along.